Still waiting to see if I have started. There we go. Now I see it. Just need to check the audio. You guys can hear it too.
Still waiting to see if I have started.
Indeed you have. Hold on. Okay. Okay, let's get started. So today, I got a shiny Clink in Pokemon Go. Matter of fact, I can probably pull it up on my phone and show you. And yesterday, I got a shiny Yungoos. I completely forgot to mention that in my video yesterday. See? I got this today. And I got this yesterday. Sweet. So we're gonna continue with the side stories today. To get all 6 side stories, try writing poems for different characters and viewing their special scenes in DDLC. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that because... Wait, no. I'm afraid that I won't be able to unlock them. So that I'll have to play through the game again just to get the part 2s. And it's not as simple as playing part 1 and then you unlock part 2. I hope that's not the case. Because if this is... if I can do all 4 of these tonight, then that might be it for this game. That I might be done with this game. I mean, that's basically everything there is to do besides... Well, besides all this, which I'm not going to show me getting all of, because that's just not ideal, I guess. Mail, nothing. Well, I guess that's it. Aside from finishing the side stories, the only thing remaining for me to do is unlock the rest of the pictures, which clearly I'm not going to do. At least I'm not going to show you guys me doing it. Maybe I'll do it on my own time. Because nobody wants to see me go through the whole game again just to unlock this stuff. So let's get started with the side stories. Yes. Now, I also have to call bullshit that these games are not connected to the main story. Because, you know, I didn't know that these were basically a prelude to the main game story. So I thought these were going to be like... I guess Elseworlds stories or what ifs, you know, completely unrelated, completely out there stories, just using the same characters. You know, at first I thought maybe it was like all 4 girls go look at a bookstore, like unrelated completely. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Sayori to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. And you can't even see the face because of me. By the way, the last one I did of these did get hit with a copyright claim because of Monica's song for the credits. There, hopefully now I'm not blocking someone's face. Everyone's like, Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. It's like, oh my god, I can't open my eyes any wider. She's very how do I say that word? She very conspicuous on mouths to Monica. It's her! It's the girl! It's true. The girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in a classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving leaving a flyer on her desk. It seems she's found her way to the club. My god, my dogs are going crazy. Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is a literature club. Please, come inside. The girl fully steps in the door, but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. I heard a clap. You hear the clap in the music? Sayori continues to fail, containing her excitement. Okay, I almost thought I was going to read that wrong. I like the remixes. It's happening! Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for coming. Sorry it's a little empty. I'm Monica, and this is Sayori, and we run the literature club, even though it's just us so far, but... What's your name, by the way? I'd like to join your club. Already? Wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, I should be good enough. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. Oh. Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you. The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down. So what's your name? Yuri. I'm Sayori, and this is Monica. Sayori, Nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy? Like books? Yuri looks at Monica. Fantasy is cool. Yes! Have you heard of Animal DuPont? I have not. I can't say I have. Oh, well, she's my favorite author. Oh, I thought it was a book. I thought it was a book title. I'm on her 5th book, and it's just... I almost read that completely wrong. I just came back from dinner, so excuse me if I'm more gassy than normal. Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. Wait, what? Yuri grins, and then what? She's just like, what? Wow, my dogs are right outside the door barking. You can borrow my books, I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience. Monica stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayori, silently asking for help. It's like, hey, help me out, help me out. Help me out. I'd love to. It sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great. I'm so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in my locker. I should have brought them. Yuri quickly stands up. I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you. Ah, you probably only need to bring one for now. Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself the considerate heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk. True. Okay, I'll go get the first one then. Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monica and Sayori silently exchanging glances. Oh my gosh, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have like no experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid. But that's probably like a joke compared to what she's into. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but why am I assuming they're whispering? What if this is her only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that? Monica, don't you think you should be more optimistic? Well, we have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point things out like that, Sayori. I just like learning what makes people happy or sad. I need a sneeze. I feel a sneeze coming. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you could take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her. Yay, that's exactly what I want to do. Besides, Sayori lowers her voice. I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get. She taps her finger against the daintingly chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. Was it necessary to write it like that? I'm back. Her breath is slightly heavy, which, combined with her short time gone, indicates she may have ran at least part of the way. She makes her way back to Sayori and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about equal in size to the one already on Yuri's desk. I just imagine a book like yay tall, if not even taller. Remember that one episode of SpongeBob where his grandma gave him a kiss and he got made fun of for it? Remember that episode when he had the sideburns too? I remember his grandma slammed down an enormous book for him, like adults like reading this. That's kind of the book I imagine that Yuri has. Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. You need to dedicate probably half of your entire life just to get to the end of this one book alone. There are some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe. Oh god, it's like a FNAF book series. So going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start. Sayori nervously interjects. Well, I was thinking that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more. You know, I think like, if we're gonna be reading together, then I would like that. From across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Sayori while Yuri isn't looking. Oh, okay. Yuri sits down and then looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add. So, what made you decide you wanted to join the club? Well, you did kind of just slide a flyer right before me, so I kind of assumed that you guys kind of needed some members. Well, I was reading, so I was immediately interested. I like reading. Not I was reading. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault, since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. I only found out because Yuri glances over at Monica. Monica! Monica came into my classroom and put the flyer on my desk. Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens, and she shakes her head at herself. I was so stupid, I got too nervous and couldn't even look up, so she just walked out. Oh god, that is awkward. Oh jeez. Imagine that, you're just reading a book in front of you, someone just walks up to you in front of you and you're just so nervous you don't even look up, you just stay in your book. They just leave a paper in front of you and they just walk away. God, how awkward would that be? It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was, but I decided that was probably irrational. Wait! No, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by. Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to be interpreting things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too. Such as there being too many people. Well, that clearly wasn't a problem. Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time. But I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of people at once. So it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time. Aw, that makes me happy. I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come. Excuse me for just a moment. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same things I am, except online. What, Reddit? So I thought the literature club would provide a chance for me to do that. What kind of other things are you into? Knives? Like genres? Knives? I don't know, just anything, even if it's not literature. Knives? Oh, just things you would think are dumb, like knives. Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face. How about... I'll tell you something I'm into. I'll tell you about something I'm into. And then you can tell me about something you're into. I suppose that would be okay. Okay. Well, I'm pretty into, like, crafty things. Like making cute little collages or decorating things, like cards or jewelry boxes. My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends. But then I put it off until the last minute. So yeah, that's something kind of silly that I'm into. You sound quite creative. The water's running in my house, by the way, so I don't know if that could be heard. Not that much, it's just that you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff. So, I have to share something that I'm into now, right? Sayori nods. Well, I guess I'm into nature. I love nature! Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club. No, you're not! You're stuck in here with me now! Mwahahaha! Am not! Oh yeah? Well, I here appoint you as vice president of the literature club. There, now you're stuck with me. Hey, don't give me responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead. It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having gotten cut off. I like going out into the woods or to the park, just places where you can walk or sit and not have any people around. It's peaceful. You know, I like the peace sometimes, maybe just not outdoors because there's a lot of bugs. You know, I once was walking a dog, and I sat down just to take a break, like just sat down on the grass. I felt something crawling on my leg, or I think it was my arm, because I don't wear short pants out in public. I think it was on my arm. I felt something crawling on my arm. I looked, and there was a huge spider, a huge thick spider on my arm. So I kind of, you know, panicked. Just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while. When do you like to do that? It just depends on my mood. After school, on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it. Wow, I feel like I would never have the time to do something like that. I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do, if you don't let it slip through your fingers. The three continue their conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Monica had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it too difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So, are you two going to be starting on the book the next meeting? On that book. That's the plan. I'm so excited. Sayori beams. Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile. Bye! As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in the club room. Sayori, you are a lifesaver. I didn't do anything, I just talked. Still, besides, it really lifted my mood. It feels really nice when I can put my energy towards other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know? It made me happy. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here, with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting? I'm kinda scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best. I think you'll do great. After the surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Nice. Now maybe you can clearly hear the water running. No, maybe that's a little low. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. She opens the door. She's surprised to find only Sayori in the club room. It's club time again. Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us for today. It's just us today. Is that okay? Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. Oh. Unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about yesterday. Huh? Sayuri tilts her head, unsure of exactly what Yuri is talking about. Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my book, and how you had to stop me so we can talk first. I was so inconsiderate. It was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club. So, ahaha. Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were. Well, still, I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it. Huh? Why? Because I know that you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested. But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing. I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice me. That's not what I was doing. A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them. Well, the thing is, we don't even have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff mostly. So it just sounded like something fun that we could do together, reading your books. You know, like, as a club activity. But that would be okay, right? Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable here. Sayuri puts her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayuri reads the cover of the book. Dusk Bell? Or Dusk Bell, there's no question there. One part of the Everlast Saga. It's Dusk Bell by Annabelle. Sorry, I'm ready now. Oh, that's Sayuri. I was reading in like a Yuri tone. Alright, I should probably get some paper. Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper. Wait, how come you need paper? Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just taking notes. You know, I've never thought about that. I thought about taking notes because sometimes for class you need to do that, but drawing maps, timelines, and family trees, that's not a bad idea. That's creative. Notes? Ah, I mean, yes, that's an effective strategy. Exactly. I'm sure it will be especially helpful for someone new to the game. The genre. My boy just texted me. He was looking at you were looking at what now? Sayori's joke flew completely over Yuri's head. But thinking about it, she decides that it's probably for the best that it did. Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to help make it as accessible as possible. I trust you. You're like super smart. Oh, please. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush. You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have lots of experience with. Exactly, even though a lot of people don't think that way and call me stupid for it. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. That should be evident enough from the 2 days I spent here so far. More like a day and 1/100th, maybe. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. Especially you. No! Sayuri rubs her shoulders... What? Sayuri rubs her shoulders against Yuri's. Wait a second, so Yuri's way taller, so her shoulders are like maybe here. Does she like, and then just starts rubbing her shoulders on hers? How do you rub your shoulders against someone else's who's way taller than you? You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy. You're playing Valorant? Of course you are. Bruh, again with this Valorant? Anyway, would you like to get started? Heh, okay. After the minor diversion between them, the two get back on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. You always say you're never included. Well, that's the thing about playing games with people who are toxic. They invite me, you know, they're the ones who wanted me to join, and because I suck at the game, they're like, God damn it, you threw the match for us! I'm just like, you wanted me here. You know, we're just here to have fun. And they're like, no, we lost! You suck at this! The more of it she details, the races, factions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. But despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way such that it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards. How do people come up with stuff like this? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do. What kind of writing? Oh, like poetry and stuff like that? The things I write are like just putting down the feelings that come into my head, you know? But this is like, there must be so much planning and hard work. Ah, you're into poetry? They wanted you there so they can rage at you. Yeah, they just wanted a punching bag there. I think there's an appendix. Is an appendix something in your body? Appendix. Where have I heard that before? Appendix. Isn't there a body part called the appendix? I think there's an appendix. Yeah, that says appendix. That includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs. No way! Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun. Anyway, I think we can get started reading now, if you're ready. Okay, but I can't read very fast. Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in. I see. Sayori jots. Yuri is patient into her notes. Hey, that's for the book! I'm just kidding. You can't really kid after you've written the whole thing down. But I'm kinda glad you're patient because I need that sometimes. A lot of times. Sayori flips through the first few pages of the book, getting past the table of contents. Okay, chapter 1. The room became silent as the two of them begin to read. But the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks up again. So boring! What does vindicated mean? Ah, well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent. It's okay to ask questions, right? Of course. Sayori turns the page. Are these footnotes? A lot of the dialogue has cultural... Yeah, you can see my thick wrists here. Cultural references that require explanation to be understood. How goes the stories? Simple so far. Nothing really powerful and hits the feels just yet. I feel like that's probably in part 2. The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expressions remain unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expressions grow tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions had been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned. My, how the turntables. Wait, are you talking about the past right now, or the present? Where? Right here. They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are described in a flashback that Barnas is having. What the hell's a Barna? But they didn't tell me that. It's implied from the context. Yuri rubs her temples, just like, this is really tough for me. Tough for me to understand. The two of them continue, with Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes, as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often, and even adding to them. But her reduction in questions come not from her getting used to the readings, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. Dang. At last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter. I think we could stop here for now. Okay. Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far. So, what are your thoughts up to this point? Sayori tries to find words. Am I doing well so far? I'm not sure I understand. Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel already dumb. Already? Makes me feel really dumb. I feel really dumb for not able to read simple sentences. But I really like how into it you got. It makes me want to keep going and to keep doing my best, so I can see it in the way that you do. The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things. Can we continue? We can continue tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses, then shakes her head. Is that a yes or a no shake? We can do something else tomorrow. But I'm sorry. Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore, that's all. I'm sorry that I made you. Uh-oh, what's happening here? Yuri leaves. You weren't making me... Sayori is left alone with her words. Oh no. How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monica trusted me with this. It's the only thing I'm good at, and I still messed it up. What if she doesn't want to come back? Drowned in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at her desk, spread with notes, not spreading. The book sits next to them. Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the books here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. This is horrible. Was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough? I probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would be having so much more fun. I need to do better for her. Okay, please tell me... Okay, maybe I should move myself again. Please tell me that I can do part 2. Yes! I can. For the first time, Sayori is the first to enter the club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at a desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy. But my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best. But I'm letting everyone down. I'm always just a disappointment. Sayori continues to wrestle with her self-depreciating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. Minutes pass, and nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monica. That's not good. That can't be good for Sayori. Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help those other students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. It's going to leave such a bad impression on new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there. Monica rounds the corner, approaching the club room. As she does so, Yuri? Ah! Yuri jumps at the sound of Monica's voice. Have we heard this music yet? She's sitting outside the club room, against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the club room is open. It's not... Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the club room through the window, then looks away. Actually, I was wondering if I can help you today instead. Huh? Me? With club publicity stuff. Yes! Monica is utterly confused. We have heard this music before. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden, when she was so eager to spend time with Sayori before? Did they not get along after all? This music is so loud, I need to turn it down. Monica looks into the club room herself to see Sayori sitting alone inside. Okay. It's kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy for you to tag along. Me too. Monica is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. It's a little ironic she realizes that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been in the debate club. Okay, let's take a walk together. Shouldn't you let Sayori know first? I just have to make copies of this new flyer, then go around to the billboards and replace the old ones with the new ones. Yuri nods. Then the two set off. You're just gonna leave Sayori hanging? The two walk in silence. Without Sayori, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up conversation. So, how's everything been going? Fine. That's good. Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monica tenses up at the stinted conversation. I like the screen we got here. We got the two best looking ones to me. You know, I just get to look at them. That's just me though. I know my boy. You know, I know my boy in chat. He probably likes Natsuki the most because of, you know, because he could just like instead of. How the heck does Sayori do it? Ah, sorry, I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers. Sayori told me. Not Sayori told me. Couldn't you all have gone to the computer lab? What did you end up doing yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. It's really starting to feel more like a literature club now. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Watch this whole time I'm playing this game, I've been pronouncing literature wrong. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of reading you were into. But you know, it's kind of stupid of me because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. And it's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have the same interests as me. But it's so cool that you were able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about that. She's not into it. Huh? She's not into it, and I'm stupid for forcing it onto her. Yuri falls silent again, as if she started her thoughts but can't figure out how to continue it. Did something happen? Yuri sighs. No, it's just me. Yuri pauses. I'm thinking. A moment passes in silence, then Yuri shakes her head. I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I won't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. If it's important to, if it's important to that, then you can tell me anything. Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club, it's just an issue with me. I feel so wrong to inconvenience you with it. Ah, Monica pauses and thinks. Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're going to have all kinds of people joining the club, hopefully anyway. And learning about the diverse needs and interests of everyone will help me come up with club activities that everyone can be happy with. That everyone can be happy with? Not just only some people? Of course! I need to be looking out for everyone. Otherwise, what kind of club would it be? Must be so weird to say this in the living room. I'm not in the living room. I'm in there's like an office in my house. You know, it's not that big of a room. Doors closed. Hopefully no one's ear is right next to the door on the other side listening in. I see. Yuri looks a little more relaxed. I used to do it in the living room. At the very beginning when I first started, I did do it in the living room. That's why back then there was so much noise back behind me, because my family was just back there talking, making dinner, doing other stuff. It signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Ooh, those were some big words. I almost messed those up. And I messed up. Each individual truly does have their own needs. Okay. Yuri takes a deep breath. I'm a really weird and anxious. I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself. We're all weird in our own ways. I know I'm a weirdo compared to what typical people act and do. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. How is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about any arbitrary topic? I can talk for hours about the things that I'm into. Unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop. But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So, I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of or taken pity on. And Sayori falls into that third category. What? Hold on, you're saying that Sayori is taking pity on you? Yuri nods. I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sayori is too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just... I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I pushed onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they take pity because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it. Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stopped short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original task. Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down, with her fists clenched. I think you should tell her that. I could never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic. Sayori is different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. So, if you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen. That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater to the other person's weird needs? I'm sorry, I'm making myself sound so... No! I think I'm starting to understand. Monica hesitates to finish her her thought out loud. It's something that Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need to in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exacerbating. I feel like I still said that wrong. The matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better. Sayori wants to be your friend. I promise that. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sayori, she has her own needs too. But good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. You just have to have good communication and talk about it. I don't have good communication. Yuri stops and shakes her head. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. My head is just... It's so resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it. I said pussing. Yuri pauses to think. I'm so tired of the cycle I'm creating for myself. I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I just push them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me. Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales. I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session. But I understand now that I just need to communicate with her. You're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? You're just helping make the club a better place for everyone. Yeah. Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something. This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know? About people. So, thank you. Anytime. Monika smiles at Yuri. For just a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monika's gaze, returning a shy smile on her own. Of her own, not on. Alright, can we go back and not leave Sayori hanging anymore? Yuri and Monika finish replacing the old flyers with the new ones. You guys really didn't tell Sayori? She's just sitting there, just with her own thoughts this whole time. You guys didn't even open the door and be like, hey, we're going to the computer lab, we'll be right back. Or maybe just, be like, hey, you want to come with us? More accurately, Monika mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the club room once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation. I don't mean to yawn. I'm not bored by this. I'm actually very intrigued. I just haven't been getting enough sleep for like past few weeks. I can't do this. Yes, you can. It'll be great. Yuri sighs and shakes her head. I'm never going to feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will. Yuri Yuri starts towards the door, but then turns to face Monika. You're not just going to wait outside, are you? I can take a walk. Wait, want me to get you a coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. Ooh, we're about to learn the lore! We're about to learn how the teapot first arrived in the classroom. That's been the biggest mystery I've wanted to know since the beginning. Where did that teapot come from? Or tea set, the electric tea kettle, or just electric water boiler. I like to make my own, though, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose that's one downside of reading here in the club rather than at home. I don't get to drink any tea while reading. You could technically brew it, put in a thermos. That's what I did. Back, in college, I had this lab class. No food or drinks allowed. Whenever you drink water, you have to leave the classroom, just because there's a bunch of equipment. So I put some tea in my thermos instead of just water, which you are very much not allowed. And yeah, I still had to walk out to drink, but I still did it. I still put the tea in. Sorry, I guess that has nothing to do with this. You know, now that you mention it, I bet we can get permission to keep stuff for tea in the club room. You can use like an electric kettle to heat up water, right? Would that really be possible? I'll look into it. I think it would be great. Yuri smiles and nods at the thought. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck. Monika waves at Yuri, then turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smile fade once more. Now, before I progress, I'm just gonna do something real quick. How you guys doing, by the way? You guys doing good? Doing good? You guys drinking water out there? Good. Good to hear that you guys are drinking water, staying hydrated. Wait, what do you mean you're not drinking water? Go drink some water. Always be hydrating. You know, aside from living like Larry, you always have to follow his words like, be sure to be... Wait, what was his words again? Always be hydrating. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the club room door. Well, here we go. Yuri! Wait! Hold on! I'm not done yet! Sayuri shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers, her words suddenly caught in her throat. At that moment, she realizes how Sayuri has been spending her afternoon. I wasn't expecting you to come today. You guys really didn't tell her? Monika knew about Sayori's mental condition and she still left her behind. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first. But I guess but I got most of the way through it. I think I read that wrong. And look! Sayori holds up a sheet of paper. It's a page of notes beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. Now, the way I imagine Sayori holding up the paper, I don't have a sheet of paper, I'm just going to use the game. I just imagine like Yuri's in front of her, and she's just like, and look, here's the notes. Like, that's how I imagine it. She just like holds it out I'm gonna mess up my setup. She just holds it out like this in front of her face. Like, that's how I imagine Sayori is holding the paper to Yuri. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair. Despair? Oh no. I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me, so I've been trying really hard. Stop. Yuri presses her fist against her forehead. What, like this? Like, please stop. I can't take this. Yuri? Sayori's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting. I'm sorry. Sayori looks away in guilt. Did I do something wrong? I don't understand, so if I did something wrong, please tell me. Yuri shakes her head. No, it's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please, just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. So I thought that if we did something together that you really like, I don't want your pity. Why did I do that? Uh-oh. Yuri sinks to her knees. Her voice squeaks. I'm sorry. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard just to articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayori or the rest of the world. She should leave. Just escape from here, before Monika sees her like this, and before Sayori tells Monika what she did. But before Yuri can put any strength into her legs, she feels a pair of warm arms gently wrap around her from behind. It's okay. Sayori whispers in a soothing voice. It's okay. It's okay. Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through her clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself. I understand. I understand that the things you're feeling in your head are different from the things you're trying to say. I know that must be what you're feeling right now. I promise, I understand that. So I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings, and we'll talk about them together, okay? Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts, then speaks while steadying her voice. I think that I've gotten so used to people weirded out by me that it feels like everyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people. So it makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am. Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue. I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought that it was finally my chance to make friends through my interests. Because my interests are the only things I know how to talk about. It's all that it's all I have going for me. But then, whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessed in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person. But how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave? I just want to learn how to get along with people and stop ruining things for myself. That's all. Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Sayori, who can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realizes that as well. Thank you for helping me understand you a little better. You know, you were so great at helping me while we were reading. So I'll help you with the things that you need too. But I feel like it would just be frustrating for you, with how much patience I require sometimes. That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid that you would get frustrated with me. But I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you were mentioning how I have a lot of patience. Yeah, I know. But my irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right? Yeah. Irrational fears. Well, you know, there's no way that you could frustrate me because I already like you as the person that you are. I know you said you don't wait. I know you said you have a hard time believing that, but I promise it's true. You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know? Worrying so much about people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's a literature club. But it's the best part but it's the best part that we're all different and have different interests. Like about the book, I'm reading it because I want to. I promise. That's what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but I try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we can never discover new things if we don't try them first, right? I want to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'll be glad that I tried it and learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart, and I want that to rub off on me. Yuri fights back a smile at the moment. You know what? Just seeing Yuri slightly smile there makes me want to smile. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated, though the caress through the caress of Sayori's arms. Your hair is so pretty. I always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off. Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels okay just listening, rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing. Sayori, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she can then it's something that she deserves to experience. Well then, based on my understandings of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading. That's what I wanted to hear. Or that's what I wanted to hear. But we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended. Of course. I'm not gonna judge anything this early on though, so we'll just see what happens. Oh, and it's not good to touch people without consent first. Oh my god, there we go. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Oh, you didn't. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying. I'm back! Monika's back! I haven't seen you like this at all recently. Sayori trots over to Monika. Great, I'm too high again. She whispers loudly. Can I hug you? Sure, Sayori. Sayori wraps her arms around Monika. Oh yeah, Yuri, it might be good to know. Sayori can be kind of a hug monster. Ah, hey, don't call me a monster. Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster. Yuri laughs. Monika perplexedly looks between the two of them, then smiles. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far. It's like our first real activity as a literature club. Ah, about that. Well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests. I think that it would be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you and learn about things that you like. Yes! Do you like poetry? And that's it. Yuri smiles. That's it. That's the end of part 2. The moment it said, do you like poetry, I even knew, like, okay, that's a good spot to end it. Where's the sound? Isn't there supposed to be sound? That felt a little bit more. I don't want to insult it, you know. I don't mean this in a bad way, but it felt a little more tame than the first story. The first story really hit hard, especially to me. But the second one, while also being quite hard hitting, wasn't as I don't know what words to say without sounding like I'm insulting it. It just seemed a little more, I don't want to say soft. It seemed a little more easy than, man, I can't say anything to describe it that doesn't sound like insulting it. All right, let's just have me shut up and begin part 3. So is this like the next day? Never mind, several weeks. It's been several weeks since the club has officially started. My eyes are burning. Through their initial setbacks, the 3 club members so far, Monika, Sayori, and Yuri, have increased their collective bond within the club. That's great to hear. Sayori has partaken in some of Yuri's high fantasy literature, and all 3 of them, led by Sayori, have taken an interest in poetry. On a day like any other, the 3 find themselves suddenly interrupted by the club room door opening. And in walks a girl none of them have seen before. Hi! Sayori tugs excitedly at Monika's sleeve. She's just like, hey, 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 someone's here, someone's here, someone's here! Yuri shifts her seat and buries her eyes in her book. Oh, come on, I'm still too high. Are you here for the literature club? Yeah. Yay! That's great. Thanks for stopping by. It's kind of a small club still. So, it's really exciting to see new faces. Yeah. Come and sit down somewhere. You can sit next to my desk. Sayori prances over to her desk and presses her palm onto it. Oh, and Yuri can make you some tea. Ah. Yuri looks up at Sayori in protest for having drawn attention to her. She hasn't even introduced herself yet. Natsuki silently glances between everyone, then sits down next to Sayori. Sayori, period. Monica follows by sitting nearby. The sudden gathering prompts Yuri to stand up, deciding that standing in the corner and making tea doesn't sound so bad after all. Okay, then how about we all introduce ourselves? Okay, oh come on. How low do I have to go? At this point I may as well just be in the bottom corner. Well, actually, no offense to Natsuki, but because she's a little bit on the shorter side, hey, I'm short too. I'm a shorter person too. Okay. Well, I'm Monica. I'm the one who started the club. I was originally in the debate club, but I really wanted to do something I felt more passionate about, if that makes sense. So I started the literature club as a way for people to express themselves through writing, or reading, or whatever kind of literature. You know, I figured it was your club. You have the vibe. I have the vibe? Oh, you know, like, never mind. I'm not gonna judge people I just met like that. Very adult-like of you. I always judge people so hard. Oh, no you don't, Sayori. Yes, she does. I just imagine Yuri at the very back of the room just shouts across the room like, yes, she does. Yuri's deadpan voice carries across the room. Natsuki giggles. Hey, I kinda called it. I'm Sayori. I just like learning about everyone and making friends. Oh, and I also like poetry. Oh yeah? Very adult-like of you. I'm an adult. The sound of Yuri's electric kettle steaming up fills the air. Oh, that's Yuri. Sayori lowers her voice. Wait, okay, lowers her voice. She's kind of shy, but she's really nice and super smart. She likes big fantasy books and tea. And I love her. I thought that was like a comma next to fantasy, but no, that's just a dot on my screen. Well, I guess that leaves me then. I'm Natsuki. I like listening to music and hanging out downtown and stuff. And my favorite ice cream flavor is strawberry. Ooh, let's get ice cream. My favorite flavor is probably cookie dough. Or maybe chocolate. It's cookie dough. And Monica is probably vanilla. What the heck? I take way too many online quizzes. The ice cream one are always accurate. What? Is that a thing? What's Yuri's favorite? Natsuki shrugs. I was about to guess. Probably green tea. I was about to guess what Yuri's might like. What would Yuri like? You know, actually, green tea probably actually matches Yuri. I like green tea. I like green tea ice cream. I'm just joking. I have no idea for Yuri. You know what? I'm gonna go buy it. I feel like Yuri does like green tea. It feels like... It feels nice and, how do I say this? Well, the only thing in my mind is green tea ice cream feels kind of smooth. So I guess it kind of matches Yuri. If that even makes sense. It's probably chill here. Do you just like hang out, or do you actually do club stuff? Ah, well, we do club stuff too. It just hasn't been very structured yet, since we only have like 3 members. So we kind of just loosely spend our time doing the stuff we like. But I keep thinking it's about time we started with like some more structured club activities. It's been a while. It's been a while by now since I started the club, so yeah. Well, with that being said, what kind of literature are you into, Natsuki? Anything you'd like the club to get into? Ah, well, I guess I'm literature. Well, I like manga. Manga? Hey, why'd you say it like that? I want to read manga in the club. I want to read manga in the club. Let me try that again. Wait, hold on a second. That sounds so great. Like, after all I've been doing all this, I think I read that wrong. I think I read that way wrong. Yuri returns to the desk with a tray of teacups, which she sets down on an empty desk. After all of the deep and immersive reading I've been doing, I wouldn't mind doing something a little more simple. Manga isn't simple. If you think that, you just don't understand the nuance. Ah, I didn't mean simple like that. Well, anyway, putting manga aside, is there any other kind of literature that you're interested in? Well, not really. In that case, have you considered the anime club? Are you serious? I'm not gonna join the anime club. It's full of weebs. Weird guys. Come on, is it that big of a deal? Manga is literature, right? I mean, I guess if you consider the literal definition of literature, then technically, I get it. Look, I'll do whatever club activities you want. Can I please just join? I won't bother anyone. If I can just like keep a manga here and hang out after school, I'll do literally anything you want me to do. That's fine, right? Yeah, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Oh my god, thank you! You're the best! I have most of it crammed into my locker, so I'm gonna start getting it, okay? Natsuki stands up. Need some help? Ah, I got it. I don't want you to see my locker. If you say so, but there's no way it's worse than mine. I hope we never find out then. Natsuki exits the club room, leaving everyone in silence. Save for the sound of Yuri slipping. What? Am I reading that right? Natsuki exits the classroom, leaving everyone in silence. Save for the sound of Yuri sipping her tea. That doesn't sound right to me. Maybe I'm just not good at literature. Ugh, I'm such a pushover. Hey, it's not that bad. Natsuki seems like a lot of fun. Maybe, but I mean, she has like no actual interest in literature, you know? And that's normally fine, but she said she would participate in club activities like it's some kind of obligation. Her tea is going to get cold. Yeah. Wait, that's not related. I like that they at least add some like fun moments in there. You know, to show that it's not just the important topics, like the actual heavy-hitting topic. It's just like normal people, actual people, throwing conversation in, throwing words in, throwing sentences, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Well, I think everyone deserves a chance, especially if we can bring her happiness. Besides, maybe she'll take a liking to literature. Are you sure you don't just want to read her manga, Sayori? Hey, who do you think I am? Sorry, I didn't mean that. I just feel really uneasy about this. Do you have an opinion, Yuri? Not particularly. She said she wasn't going to bother anyone. That includes me, so... Does that mean I bother you? No, you're pleasant to be around. I was just fishing for a compliment. I know. But still, I really think we should give her a chance. Yeah, alright. Do none of these girls have friends before the club? I mean, I guess Yuri probably doesn't, unfortunately. But it kind of sounds like none of these girls have had friends before this club. But but I really am gonna start enforcing club activities. I'm willing to cooperate. Suddenly, the three of them hear a thump against the door. What was that? Sayori stands up and walks over to the door. Then it opens. Ugh, thank you. Carrying oh my god, 3 boxes? You know, back in high school, my locker wasn't that big. So, I can't imagine 3 boxes of manga. Carrying 3 boxes of what is presumably manga, Natsuki grunts and wobbles inside before slowly bending over and dropping the stack onto the floor as gently as she can. Probably should have taken Sayori's offer to help. That's quite a collection. Sayori giggles in excitement. While catching her breath, Natsuki replies, "There's still 1 more box! I can put them away myself. I know how to organize them." Monica anxiously glances between Sayori and Yuri. Is this really okay for the club? Maybe it's what she needs to really kick the club into gear before everyone gets too complacent. Hold on, what kind of manga she got in them boxes? She got them Attack on Titan mangas? She got maybe the Demon Slayer mangas? The what else? What else do people really like? What else is really popular? Only other thing coming to mind is My Dress Up Darling. It seems like things are finally going to start getting more serious. At the next club meeting, Monica is the first to arrive. But ever since Natsuki joined, she feels a lot less relaxed. If you guys were in this position, I'm sure people out there are in Monica's position, like president of a literature club for high school. How would you feel if someone came by with manga? Personally, for me, I would be fine with it. Just because I like anime. But maybe I'm just biased. What if you're someone who doesn't watch anime, like I feel like Monica doesn't? Why am I so nervous? Monica paces, trying to figure out her feelings. Natsuki said she wasn't going to bother anyone, so why does it feel like the atmosphere has changed so much? While Monica thinks, the club door opens, revealing Natsuki carrying a box. Again? Monica forces a smile, then Natsuki smiles, oh my god, makes her way to the closet. Natsuki forces one in return. What? Forces a smile? Need help? No, I got it. Monica awkwardly tries to start some kind of conversation, but fails. Curious, she peeks into the closet where Natsuki is stashing all of her manga. Once dull with school supplies, the shelves are now vibrant with bright colors and cute-looking artwork. You know, the top shelf is pretty empty. Maybe we could keep it up there? I can't reach up there. It would be so inconvenient. Yeah, but... Monica sighs. The teachers are going to ask what all this manga is doing in here, and I have to tell them it's for the literature club. So? Ooh, okay. Monica backs off and slumps into a desk. Okay, Natsuki, you have to see a problem there. You have to see there might be an issue there. No damn so. What you mean? What you mean so? With all this kind of tension, it feels like the relaxed atmosphere accumulated over the past few weeks is being sucked right out of the room. Good afternoon! Sayori spins into the club room. Oh, I see someone's in a good mood. Yeah, because I have this! Sayori brandishes a cookie wrapped in plastic. Again, I imagine she's just like, because I have this! I just imagine she does that. I mean, I could do it with something else. I have Nickelodeon All-Stars with me. What else? What other games do I have sitting beside me? I have Age of Calamity, because I play that quite often. Breath of the Wild. I also have Kirby, which I haven't even opened yet. I still have to play this. I want to play this, but my life is just being consumed by shiny hunting. And I think that's all the games I have with me. Oh, I also have the Brilliant Diamond game chip right here. I found some money and got a cookie. What do you mean you found some money? Oh, it's so pretty. That's so pretty. As Sayori trots over to the closet, the colorful shelves catch her eye. Which one do I start with? Well, you can start by giving me a bite of that cookie. No way. I saved up all my luck to find that money. If you want entry into my kingdom, you need to pay the tax, peasant. Boo. Defeated, Sayori unwraps a cookie and breaks off a piece for Natsuki. I just imagine, Sasha breaking the potato like, here's half, which is clearly not half. Then Yuri silently walks into the club room. Monica glances at her with pleading eyes. Yuri returns a quick nod of understanding. You know how guys are like, and that's all we need? That's all we need? A guy sees another guy that's like, understood. We instantly know what that means. Well, everyone is here now. Despite the club only having one more person than before, it somehow feels twice as lively. Maybe because it is. I mean twice as lively as when Monica and Sayori were the only people here. Okay, so I think today we should go over some potential club activities and see which ones we want to do first. We have 4 members now, so it would be great if we found some stuff to do as a group. Does that sound good to everyone? I agree. Okay, so I have some ideas of my own, but I want to hear your ideas too. Well, I've been having a lot of fun learning about everyone else's interests. Maybe we can give each person a day to share their favorite kind of literature with everyone else. Well, maybe. Something tells me that Monica glances at Yuri and Natsuki, who both appear very unwilling to even consider each other's interests. Maybe we can try to come up with something that everyone can enjoy equally. You know, like we all vote on a book to read, or something like that. I think we should all collectively try to expand our interests, rather than just stick with the things we're familiar with. Why does it feel like I'm being targeted here? Natsuki, didn't you say you would go along with whatever the club wanted to do? Well, yeah, but that doesn't make it okay for you to ignore everyone else's preferences. Okay, Natsuki's kind of causing a little bit of trouble. Monica got you right there. You said you would do whatever the club said and not bother anyone. You kind of going back on your words a little bit. I like Sayori's suggestion. Yeah, me too. Yeah, but Monica's voice trails off. Although she let Natsuki join the club, Monica finds it incredibly difficult to relent to her demands. If Natsuki doesn't respect the club, why should Monica have to yield to Natsuki's opinion on anything? Natsuki, are you sure that you don't have any other literature interests you could share with the club? I swear I don't mind if you keep your manga in here, but Natsuki cuts off Monica by suddenly standing up. Well, it's obvious that I'm not wanted here, so I'm just going to leave. But I really would have appreciated you being more upfront about it. Okay, I think you're kind of jumping to conclusions here, but you're free to do whatever you want. Natsuki shoots Monica a quick glare before walking straight out of the room. Oh no. Oh, well, exactly what I just said. Wow. Sayori runs after her, leaving just Monica and Yuri. For some reason. For some reason. For the second time today, Monica slumps down into a desk. Why am I such a jerk? No, she's a jerk. She's just making me feel this way. Monica looked up at Yuri. Seeing affirmation, Yuri looks away. She probably just went around looking for the smallest club she could find so that she doesn't have to participate. How does she expect me to give her respect when she has no respect for the club? Am I wrong, Yuri? I'm not good with these things. Monica sighs. Me neither. I just have no idea what to do. I don't want to hurt anyone, but I feel like it's not wrong to enforce the club vision. You know, like, people should join because they want to express their passion for literature, or at least develop it. So, maybe she's not a good fit for the club after all. Monica sits in silence, afraid to accept her tentative conclusion. Yuri looks tense, but she doesn't seem to want to add anything. You can go back to reading. I know this doesn't concern you. It does. It does? How? Well, I just can't comfortably read in an atmosphere where the peace has been disturbed. Let me just double check something. Wait, what? Okay. She's pulling in peace? When did you say that? She's pulling a piece. Oh. Well, great. I'm just running the whole club then. That's not an accurate conclusion to make. I know, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of voicing my frustration, and I guess guilt. It's like my frustration wants to blame her, but my guilt wants to blame me. Why is it the hardest to be irrational during times you need it the most? Okay, that doesn't... I don't think that matters to me. There's a car outside. My dad's working late right now, so I don't know when he's gonna come home. I don't think you're being irrational. I think Natsuki is. She has no authority to walk in here and make demands of the club. Your club. I kinda agree with Yuri here. Something as ridiculous as manga has no place here. Okay, maybe not that part. But the fact that you're even storing it here for her should make her completely The fact that you're even storing it for her should make her completely indebated to you. Well, you're right, but I don't know. Isn't it kind of harsh to say things like it's ridiculous and it has no place here? Yes. In my opinion, yes, a little bit. Do you not feel the same way? You've been doing everything you can to avoid associating the club with it. So I assume you felt the same way about it. That's not true. Well, recalling her confrontations with Natsuki, a realization starts to set in. You may be right. I mean, if it was anything besides manga, would I really be acting like this? Maybe I've just been convincing myself that it has nothing to do with the manga. I'm really upset that I would let myself do this. With a sigh, Monica walks over to the closet. She finds herself staring at the colorful shelves. It's just, this really wasn't what I had in mind for a club about literature. There shouldn't be anything wrong with that. Monica starts defending her position once again. It's a complicated issue that Monica had failed to consider before now. Where is the line even drawn at what's considered literature? Lost in thought, she reaches into one of the largest box sets and pulls out a volume, inspecting it for no particular reason. The cover features 4 girls striking cute and exaggerated poses, all dressed in short skirts. Yeah, I mean, assumed by the absurdity of the cover, Monica opens the book. Okay. Odd place to cut it there, but okay then. Alright, number B, part 3. Respect. I assume we're gonna get the other side, the Natsuki and Sayori side. Yep. This sucks. Why is Monica such a jerk? She should be grateful that I even joined her stupid club. It's not like she can find any members. Monica's usually really nice. You know, the more that the more that I play through these bonus stories, the more it just seems to me that the personalities of all these girls are completely incompatible. I lost the word there for a second. At least initially, we know that they work it out and they're completely fine and friends afterwards, but at the start it seems like all of their personalities are completely incompatible. Hold on, I need to get in a comfortable position again. I'm getting numb from sitting here all this time. Wow, already an hour and a half. She cares so much about everyone in the club being happy. Sounds like you, Sayori. Yeah, right. Well, she usually does. Maybe when she's not busy being so judgmental. So what if I'm into manga? Why can't just one person accept that instead of being so being so condescending about it? I accept it. I think it's cute. Oh, come on, that's condescending too. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I just want to support you. Natsuki sighs. I know, thanks. It just really sucks. Do you want me to talk to Monica? I don't know. It's not like it's gonna change her opinion of me. Like, even if you were able to convince her to back off, that wouldn't suddenly make me feel like I'm actually welcome in the club. I should just find another club. Wait, you don't have to do that. We can figure this out. Please? I mean, I'm the vice president, or at least I think I am. And I don't want you to leave. Everyone deserves to feel welcome. And to be happy. So I want to make that happen. For you. I was wondering, what was the reason that you decided to join the literature club? Well, Natsuki hesitates. It's kind of dumb. Aw, don't say that. There's no such thing as a dumb reason when everyone is welcome. So if I was to join the club just to say I wanted to meet some girls, would that sound like a dumb reason, or would I be welcome for that? I wasn't welcomed. You were to me. So, just don't tell anyone, okay? Especially Monica. I promise. Natsuki sighs. I'm just tired of everyone judging me all the time. I can't enjoy any of the stuff I'm into without people making snotty comments about it. What kind of school these girls go to? This school sounds terrible. First people judge Natsuki for, I assume, liking manga, and then they talk behind Yuri's back for being weird? This school sucks! Not that I care about what anyone else thinks. You kind of sound like you care about what Monica thinks. But you know, the signs for the literature club said that you can be yourself or whatever. That is true. She got Monica there. So I decided it was at least worth a shot. But that was a lie, apparently. So that was a fucking lie. Natsuki dejectedly kicks the toe in her shoe against the wall. Well, you didn't exactly have to write it that detailed, but okay. You ever do that? Anyone ever do that, or is it just me? Oh, and I like writing too. Really? How come you didn't say that to Monica? Because she was being so judgmental that I didn't just want to tell her something she wanted to hear. She didn't deserve that kind of satisfaction. And if she knew I was into writing, then she would just be like everyone else and try to push me away from manga in favor of the more mature thing. The two of them remain silent for a while. Sayori understands that it's out of the question for Natsuki to return to the club room for today, at least. But Natsuki has a reason for wanting to join the club. It's like everyone else. Just like everyone else. It's part of the club vision for her to be welcome. You deserve to express yourself as much as everyone else does. That's supposed to be what the club is for. So, I'm going to do everything I can to fix this. I promise. It's lunchtime the next day. The cafeteria and hallway are bustling with students rushing to meet their friends and make the most of their limited break time. Where could she be? Among them is Monica, who always eats lunch in her classroom, but she has some additional business today. Why did I have such a hard time reading that? Fearing Natsuki would avoid coming to the club, Monica decides to try to find her during lunch so that she can make amends. Are we gonna see the lunchroom? Nope. After searching for an extensive time, Monica finally spots her. Despite her short stature, Natsuki's bright hair helps her stand out from the crowd. Wow. You know, that basically explains my sister. Oh gosh. Suddenly feeling awkward, Monica is afraid to get closer. I need to drink some water now. You know my boy, he out of nowhere just visited me last minute as I was closing the shop and about to leave work. And I told him, like, okay, tonight I'm going out for dinner, which I did before this. And hopefully, depending on what time I finish, I can stream. He said, so you're going to stream? He wore a mask and he didn't talk that loud. So I heard him ask, are you going to shave? Like, am I going to shave for the camera? Nope. You can see it's hardly visible on the camera, it seems, but whatever. I don't typically shave until it's like really showing, and then it's like, fine, I'll shave. Like, I just get too lazy. Sometimes I just let it grow nice and long, and then it's like all at once. I just get rid of it all. I don't do what most people do, and that's like keep a clean figure, so they just shave every single day. My dad does that. My cousin does that. But not me. Suddenly feeling awkward, Monica is afraid to get closer. I already read that. Natsuki is with some friends whom Monica doesn't recognize, and they're all energetically chatting together. Okay, so Natsuki does have friends. It would be really tactless to just interrupt them. Whoa! I didn't expect any other figures, let alone one made completely of shadow. Oh yeah, did you end up joining the literature club or what? Huh? Of course I joined. Why wouldn't I? Ha! I told you she would join. Wow! I thought they would just do what they normally do and just not show anything. They would just have, like, at the very right around there, friend 1 and friend 2. I didn't think they would actually draw silhouettes. Ahaha, come on! You know she only joined because you wouldn't stop giving her crap about the anime club. I told you I never wanted to join that stupid club. For sure. Well, you have to give her some credit for at least making an effort to finally grow past that trash. Damn! Well, true. Well, congrats on finally graduating middle school, Natsuki. We're proud of you. God damn, these two bitches is rude. Jeez. Shut up, just let me do my thing. I'm just joking. You know we love you. Yeah, once the literature club makes you a famous writer, we'll be the first to buy your books. You know, this was basically me in high school. I had friends who constantly mocked me and joked about me. It was joking, of course, despite it, you know, kind of hurting a little bit. And this kind of looks like how it is too. Me, way shorter than all of them. Well, I had some friends who were shorter than me, but in reality are way tougher than me. I have a friend who's a little shorter than me, and he is like a bit of a dick sometimes, but he is like way bigger than me. What, you're gonna buy her muddy fan fiction? Well, obviously, I want a signed copy. That was like years ago. You don't think I've grown out of it by now? I told you I was joking. Besides, it's a good reminder of how far you've come since then. It's just a prank, bro. Not to mention you couldn't have done it without us. That gives us a pass to joke about it. High school. Yeah, sure. They grow up so fast, it brings a tear to my eye. Natsuki suddenly glances in Monika's direction, prompting Monika to quickly turn away and distance herself. What the heck? That was horrible. I should have said something to defend her. Why do I have to be so conflict avoidant? Not that I deserve to say anything. I'm hardly better than them after the way I treated her. Ugh, I'm so awful. I'm not doing anything right. After school ends, Monika distractedly makes her way to the club room. She finds Yuri already inside, eyes in a book as usual. Monika picks up a desk. Monika picks a desk and slumps into it, something she seems to be doing rather often lately. Yuri, do you think I can be club president? I suck at handling everything that doesn't go exactly my way. Yuri looks up from her book. It's like the literature club is a place where you get to express yourself, unless it's a way that I don't like. Oh, come on. Unless it's a way that I don't like, I'm so mad at myself. And I'm especially mad that I didn't usually have the self-reflection skills to realize what I was doing. So much for maturity. I would love to see an anime made out of this game. Prequel story and horror and all. I would love to see that. Sorry, I really shouldn't be complaining out loud like this. There's just a lot on my mind. No. I enjoy listening. Really? Mm-hmm. Why? Yuri shrugs. She's just like, I don't know, I just do. It just makes me feel nice. Oh, well, okay. I guess I'll continue then. Yes, I notice you. Look at this. Notice me, senpai. Yes, I notice you. Yes, I see you there. Yuri nods. Yeah. Natsuki has kind of a blunt attitude, you know? It made me feel like she wasn't taking the club seriously. I couldn't even figure out why she wanted to join. You put uwus and owos in the chat. Come on, man. I saw her friends talking to her in the hallway during lunch, and they were just so mean to her, telling her to grow up and stuff like that. That the literature club would help her grow out of her manga. It just made me so mad. I just wanna. You ever just see someone? Hold on. Like that JonTron thing. You ever just meet someone and you just wanna, you just wanna It just makes me so mad. Just let her enjoy it. It makes her happy. Why are you trying to take that away from her? Because high school. And when I had that thought, it was just when I came to the realization that I was kind of doing the same thing. Just in a roundabout way. I should have made her feel good about being passionate about something. But I just dismissed it. No, I was actually trying to avoid acknowledging it at all. I even did it with you, Yuri. When you first joined the club. You did? Yeah, I remember. Fantasy isn't really my thing, so I was kind of trying to dismiss it. But then Sayori jumped in and took over the conversation. I should have reflected on that, but I didn't, because I just let Sayori handle it instead. And now, I'm repeating the same mistake, except it really hurts someone like this. Wait. I really hurt someone this time. Monika shakes her head. I'm so tired of being afraid of things I'm not comfortable with. I'm so stupid. Like, I can't just picture how much joy it would bring Natsuki if I let her share her passion a little. I'm so angry with her friends I'm so angry that her friends treated her like that. I'm going to get them back for it. Get them back? Yeah. I'll get them back by making sure this is a literature club that Natsuki wants, not the one that they want. Suddenly, Sayori bursts through the door, making Monika and Yuri jump. With a rare stern face, she marches over to Monika's desk and sits down next to her. I'm having an intervention. I can do that because I'm vice president. Is this about Natsuki? Yes! Yeah, I know. I messed up. I'm super sorry. I was just talking to Yuri about it. Really? I was so dismissive of her passion that she felt threatened and probably just unwelcome. Literally the opposite of what the literature club is supposed to be. I really need to make it up to her. Oh. Yay, I did it! Thanks for the intervention, Sayori. I'm glad we're on the same page. Friendship wins again. So, how do you want to make it up to her? I have a plan. Sayori, do you know if Natsuki is coming to the club meeting today? I don't think she is. I see. Monika was afraid of that. Not because of her plan, but because she's facing the consequences of the damage that she inadvertently caused. Sorry. But the only way to do the right thing is to face it head on. The only way to do the right thing is to face it head on. Yep. It's so easy to just duck away from conflict and wait for it to blow over. But that's not enough. To truly respect someone's feelings after you've hurt them is to face them and admit your wrongdoing. At least they're bringing up very mature actions in this game. I like that. You know, they actually confront and acknowledge their mistakes. I like that. Not the wrongdoing of mismanaging the club, but the wrongdoing of disrespecting Natsuki's feelings. Okay, do you think we can get her to come to the meeting tomorrow? I can do that. Okay, awesome. Yuri, you don't have to worry about anything, but thank you for being my friend. You're a good listener. Fidgeting with her hair, Yuri turns away to hide a smile. Well, I guess for today, it's going to be a pretty quiet club meeting. I'm going to step out for a bit. Is that okay? Yeah, I'm just gonna read with Yuri. Hey, is this one of Natsuki's books? How come it's over here? How come it's out here? Sayori picks up a manga that was resting on an adjacent desk. Oh, that? Natsuki probably just left it out by accident. Okay, before we continue, I got the prediction. I could be very wrong about this. My prediction is, Monika was just checking out a manga, just to see what Natsuki likes about it. That's just my quick prediction. We shall see immediately, right now, if I am right or wrong. But I thought she hasn't been coming to the club. Actually, Monika's been... Okay, Yuri. I'm sure it was just someone else who was using the classroom then, okay? It's just like, okay? I think someone else was using the manga, right? Monika smiles at both of them. Then, with a wave, she exits the classroom. I really shouldn't have left that out. If Sayori catches on, she'll definitely tell Natsuki, and that would get really awkward. Okay, I was hearing something. Pretty sure that's in the real world, not the game. The game is meant to be dead silent. Now, I wonder if there's any keyboard I could borrow from the music room. Huh? What's that for? Well, we'll find out. The time for the next club meeting has already arrived. Monika and Yuri are the first to arrive. I'm so worried. Do you think Sayori is going to be able to bring Natsuki? Yes. How do you know? Well, she's Sayori. You know, you're right. That's all the reason you need, because she's Sayori. Time slowly passes. Monika sits, then stands up to pace around, then sits again. Yuri's eyes don't move from her book. Then, the door finally opens. Sayori marches inside. Behind her, Natsuki shuffles inside, nervously looking around the room. We're here! Welcome back! Finally, the Avengers have assembled! Monika, the club president, stands up and greets them with a smile. Sayori picks a desk and takes a seat. Natsuki sits closely next to her. Looking back and forth between the club members, Monika is struck with a nostalgic feeling. What? She would stand at the front of the club room, just like this, struggling to picture just who may eventually be sitting before her. But imagination was never enough to predict just how unique and diverse each member would be. Each with her own struggles, her own reasons for seeking the vision that Monika had, admittedly so vaguely advertised. Seeking trust, understanding, respect. What new lessons will the future hold for the literature club? Realizing she's gotten ahead of herself, Monika takes a deep breath and returns to the present. Okay, everyone. The literature club is starting. We have an activity planned for today. Oh, I was hitting the wrong button. I was hitting my button like, why isn't it moving? Monika turns around to face the chalkboard. On it, she writes manga in big letters. Today, we're going to learn from an expert about a unique form of literature. Manga. Oh, come on! Isn't this kind of forced? I know you don't actually want to do this, so just... Monika shakes her head. Natsuki, this is the hardest part. After making it this far, it would be so easy to just smile and move on. But that's not enough. Not this time. I'm sorry. I was wrong. It was wrong of me not to take you seriously when you were kind enough to show interest in my club. I thought about it, and I realized how biased I was against manga. It caused me to disrespect you, and I'm sorry. But I think you deserve to be able to share your passion with us. So, can I make it up to you? Well, thanks, but I know you're only doing this because Sayori told you to. Wait, that's not true. Monika planned this all by herself. I didn't even get a chance to talk to her. I was witness to that as well. This is the literature club. The literature club is a place where everyone gets to be themselves. We all have our own interests and our differences. That's my vision to let us freely express that. And it's my goal to respect everyone for that. So, I just want to learn about the things that make you happy. I think that you deserve to share that joy as much as everyone else does. Is that okay? Natsuki looks away and hesitates. But it's really dumb. The stuff I'm into. Monika smiles. She kneels in front of Natsuki's desk, looking her straight in the eye. If you like it, then it's not dumb. Oh, except for me. Oh, except for me. Sayori, you're not dumb either. What the heck? You guys are so weird. Fine, I'll show you some of my manga. Only because you admitted that it's literature as well. Natsuki stands up. Oh yeah, I didn't say this before, but I'm actually into writing too. I'm kind of a pro. But I didn't want you to like me just for that. Wow, really? I really did have you all wrong, Natsuki. Yeah, whatever. Today's not about that anyway, right? It's all about manga, so I hope you're ready. Is that the end? Nope, it is not. I thought it was really going to end there. A week has passed since Natsuki returned to the literature club. Since then, the club activities have all been in full swing. There's no all there. Each club member have received a day in the spotlight to share all of their favorite kinds of literature with each other. As another meeting draws to a close, Monika approaches Natsuki on the way out. Natsuki, are you in a hurry? Are you in a hurry home or anything? Me? Not particularly. Why? Oh, there was just something that I wanted to show you, if you had a few minutes. Sure, what is it? It's not in here. Can you follow me to the music room? The music room? Why? Well, you'll see. Oh, look, a new background. You know, I was thinking back. When the music club was just me... Music club? When the club was just me and Sayori, we would talk about how we envisioned the club to turn out. Once again, I'm sorry, I don't mean to yawn. It's not that I find this boring. It's just about midnight for me. It's 11:57 p.m. right now. We care a lot about it we care a lot about it being a place where people can express themselves. And she said something strange to me. She said that I was trying to make the club that I needed myself, more than anyone. Oh my god, that scared the life out of me. My dog is scratching the door. That scared the life out of me. I don't know if you can hear that, or if you heard that. I feel like, part of me wants to, like, open the door and show you guys him. But I think it wasn't until you joined that I fully understood that. Because you really taught me a lot about myself. Like, things that I was probably always too stubborn to admit. If I show you guys him, then I'd have to open the door, let him in, and then bring him back outside the door, close the door. Oh, come on, you can't mean that. I didn't even do anything. I just, like, brought a bunch of manga, and then I got fussy when I didn't have my way. It was really stupid of me to make such a big deal out of it. No, I honestly needed it. If you didn't express that you were hurt, I never would have realized that I did something wrong. Besides, your feelings are valid. They deserve to be heard and respected. It's just really hard for me to feel that way sometimes. You know? Like, I really shouldn't care about what other people think in the first place. But when you're just criticized by everyone around you for being a certain way, it can get really hard to just brush it off. I agree. I feel the exact same way. Like, I experience that, I don't want to say on the daily, but quite often. Where every little last movement you do gets judged. I feel that way as well. Like, that happens to me all the time. And it makes me start to feel like I'm the problem. It does. It really does start to feel like that. Like, that effect really does happen. And I can speak from experience on that part. Like I'm not doing enough to please everyone else. Am I being too entitled if I just want people to like me, without me having to hide a bunch of stuff about myself? I don't think I am. I just wish that sometimes people would try to appreciate me for who I actually am. As Monika listens, she recalls vividly how Natsuki's friends were threatening her. Not threatening. Were treating her, and how naturally they did so. How long has she been fighting against that, refusing to change for others? I could only wish I was as strong as you are, Natsuki. You're so honest with yourself. Like always, I'm like always trying to come off as perfect for other people. Any time there's like a hint of contention, I just crumble. But it's thanks to you that I really started thinking about this stuff. You really inspired me to start working on it. But well, like I said, I didn't even do anything. You were just being yourself. That's all you needed to do. Also, there's something else. Monica takes a breath. The thing is, I might have read a little bit of your manga. What? You? What the heck? Why didn't you tell me? I'm sorry. I thought I just felt like kind of embarrassed to admit it after I gave you such a hard time about it. I can't believe you, of all people, were reading manga behind my back. That's so funny. Yeah, well, I just flipped through one of them out of curiosity, and I ended up reading a whole bunch of it. But I mean, one of the characters was in a literature club. What are the chances, right? You were reading Parfait Girls? Wow, you have good taste. Just one volume. And I kind of just picked it out randomly. Well, you have good intuition then. You have to tell me your favorite parts. Well, I think it was some kind of weird fate. Because the character isn't just in a literature club, she also plays piano. It's just weird because I've always wanted to learn piano. She was like the perfect person that I always wished I was. If I just did what I wanted, instead of always second-guessing myself. So, why are they in the music room? Monica walks over to the piano and sits down. I immediately answered. Okay. No, that's just my screen being dirty. There's something right... For me, there's something right under Monica's eye, which made it look like she has bags underneath it. No, that's just my screen being dirty. I always felt like I should only share the absolute best parts of myself. The parts that will impress people or make them like me more. Wow, 2 hours already. But after you joined the club, I really realized how self-destructive that mentality is. We share things because we want to express ourselves. Sharing experiences allow us to share emotions. And I just felt like I wanted to show you this. Because if it wasn't for you, I never would have started playing. Hey, I think the credit for that one goes to Parfait Girls, not me. No. Well, maybe it's true that Parfait Girls put the thought into my head, but it was still you who inspired me to keep practicing every day. Every day? Because, you know, you just make me feel like I want to do something. Make me feel like if I want to do something, I should just do it. I mean, I still haven't been playing... I still haven't been practicing for very long. And I'm really not good at it yet. Like, at all. But I wrote a song for the club. And I worked really, really hard on it. It doesn't have any words or anything. But, well, yeah. We're about to hear it? I'm gonna get another copyright claim for this. I can already know it. I moved myself a little too late to show Yuri's face. Also, right, Monica said there was no words in it. I didn't want to say that during when she was playing. And then I decided a little too late to turn up the music. Turn up the volume. Whatever. That's all. That was so good. It was? Yeah, are you kidding? You're like already a pro. Yeah, that was actually really good. For just a beginner, I assume with like no lessons, no teacher beside her to teach her. She just already knows. She wrote a song and already is able to play. That is very impressive. But does the song have a name? You said it was about the club, so yeah. I call it My Song, Your Note. Because everyone brings something so unique to the club. It's completely different from how I first imagined it, I think. But I was like such a selfish perfectionist. It shouldn't be about me, it should be about everyone. And it's all of you who helped shape the club into what it is. I would never change that. Well, I think that's really thoughtful and kind of flattering. I kind of feel like I don't deserve this much validation. I wasn't expecting... I wasn't exactly very patient either when I first joined the club. It makes me feel like I should probably apologize too. I think I was just really fed up with a lot of things, and I got frustrated after not getting my way in the club. So, yeah, I really didn't mean to take it out on you. I was being really immature. If you get my stubborn butt to apologize, I guess you're doing something right. It's fine, I'm past it too. I think we're already even. But it's really sweet that you were thinking about it. It takes a lot of maturity to reflect on one's kind of on that kind of thing. Well, I wonder who I got it from. Oh, never mind. Anyway, we're even as long as you let me keep my manga in the club room. You did admit that it's a form of literature. You totally can't take that back now. You got me. The closet's all yours. I'll tell you what. I'll bring in a little something for the club tomorrow. I want to do something nice in return. What kind of little something? Oh, you'll see. But I don't think you'll be disappointed. We all know it's the cupcakes, and that's where the story begins. Oh, I think. The next club meeting ends up being a particularly tasty one. No, wait, whatever. And that's it. Mail? I got something from mail. I've Laster. Have a nice weekend. I've Laster at mess.loco. 2 untitled mail group do not use. December. Monday, December 9th, 2019, 12:06 a.m. Subject: have a nice weekend. I'm on leave the rest of the week. Contact Ravi if you need to schedule server time, but I expect my jobs to run for a few days, since we've collected so much data this week. How about we rearrange a meeting to discuss the results when I return? What the fuck is this? What is that? Anyway, I guess that's it. We also have a few musics. Couple of new pictures. Ooh, now we got the all of the new new character renders or whatever. Nice. What is this? I've never seen this one before. Wait, or this. How do I get the other ones? Wait a second. How do I get the other ones? Damn it, game! You don't even tell me how to unlock. And I'm missing a handful here. I am probably going to look up what the rest of these are. There's a lot I'm missing here. And what's the last one I'm missing? And that's right, how different they all used to look. Well, Monica. The other three, they look pretty similar to what we end up getting. Wonder what the other promos are. Anyway, that's it. That is all for DDLC and the Plus. I really like that they gave us a prequel story, like a prelude to the original story. I really liked that. It gave us more insight on who the characters are and how the club formed. I really, really like that. It does make me question, though. Wow, okay. Dust in the air. It makes me question. Now we get a better understanding of who Monica is as a character, because we barely got to spend any time with her in the original story. So it makes me wonder, what the hell happened to her? She was so compassionate in these stories that she became a monster in those ones. Well, I can't lie, this makes me love Monica even more. I guess the answer to that, like what happened to Monica, is us, me. I played the game. She already knows all her friends are fake, but because I, a real person, played the game that she's in and experienced all her friends against their will try to impress me, that she got jealous, she kind of lost her mind, I guess. But hey, I really like the insight. Hey, what's up, man? I'm just about done here. I play this? Well, you literally catch me at the very end, like the very, very end. This is like I've finished this entire game now. Well, basically. Maybe later. But you know what? Let me see if I can get my dogs here just to show you. Okay, let me just... Satoru Iwata looking guy? What, I look like Satoru Iwata? Oh yeah, this is probably like one of the first times you've actually looked at me. Come here, boy. Come here. Come here. Come here. One of them doesn't like being carried. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Come here. Okay, fine, I'll carry the other one first. Come here. Come here. Oh, come here. Oh. He's a big boy. He's heavy. Wait. Oh. Oh. So here he is. This one's my younger one. If I can... Hold on. If I can expand it... Oof. I probably sound terrible right now. Very echoey. Let me put this back on. There we go. Much better. This is my boy. Say hi. Say hi. Wow, nice dinner. Wow, okay. He's the more calm one. Better than a Kung Pao chicken made from cat. Sky, look, his name is Sky. Hi. Hi, say hi to the camera. Hi. He's just sitting on my lap. He's just like, if I stay still, maybe I can leave. Alright, let me carry my other one. Alright, sweetie, want to come down? He's like, yes, I want to come down. Alright, come on. Okay. Okay. Okay, there you go. There you go. Down you go. Okay, good boy. Come here. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, this one's my other one. He's a lot bigger and older. And stinkier. Okay, good boy. This is the old... Okay. Stay, don't jump down. Toby. Good boy. Yeah, he's a senior dog. Okay, let me put this back on while also holding him so he doesn't jump. There we go. Sweetie, look. Look. Hold on. I'm trying to lower the camera. There we go. Look. My other dog's caught on my wire. Look. Look up. Toby, look. Yep, this one's Toby. Good boy. Okay, let me take this off. Let me start to put him down. Okay, good boy. Okay, let's go. There you go. I opened the door, and they both ran out like, we get the fuck out of here. Alright, and that'll be it for DDLC and the Plus. So I am finished with this game. I am done. I've done everything I want to do, aside from maybe, well, not maybe, I'm not gonna show me doing this, unlocking the rest of the pictures, which I can do on my own time if I ever decide to do this. Dust in my mouth. Maybe. We'll see. Alright. Thanks. You know what? Whoops. I'm gonna end it off with this music. Alright. And that is it for Doki Doki Literature Club. I have finished this game, and now I need to set up the next game I'm planning to play. Chad? Damn. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching this series. Me playing this game. And I'll see you guys next time for the next game I'm gonna play. Bye now. What if I do that thing where people do is like they just like do this and they just like cover the camera? Bye.